Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Another Fat Guy Cooks. I am your fat guy Andy Baker, and today we are going to be doing Jamaican oxtails, and they are going to be delicious. Let's go.
Another fat guy cooks.
So, Jamaican oxtails. Don't know if people from America know what oxtail is. If you don't, this is what it is. It's a cut of meat from the cow's tail. It's not the dick. It's not ox dick. It's ox tail. So, yeah, look, I'll show you. You see? See how there's loads of meat around the outside? Good meat. And obviously it's Jamaican, so it's going to be spicy, which is also amazing. And it's going to have a really cool Jamaican like glaze sauce with it. We're going to do some veg with it as well, some beans and carrots and stuff. And it's just going to be an awesome home cooking Jamaican bowl of fucking awesomeness. So we should probably get on with it. Okay, so first we're going to crack open our oxtails. And we're just gonna line them up nicely. Oh, he's a beefy boy, look at him. He's a tasty boy. Now line them up nicely on our chopping board. Like so. And we even do the little ones too, because everybody is invited to the party. We need to make our rub for our oxtails, which we're gonna cover them in. And then we're gonna give them a nice browning in our Ninja Foodi Max saute pan, before then pressure cooking them in our So first thing we're going to do is give these a rub, then we're going to saute them in our Ninja Foodi, and then we're going to pressure cook them in our Ninja Foodi, and then we're going to take them out and eat them. Okay? Fuck me, this is all terrible so far, all of this. This is all awful. Every single bit of it. Meat. For the glaze, we need half cup of brown sugar, which we'll just save the rest of that for simplicity's sake. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, which we'll just say is that for simplicity's sake. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, which is pronounced Worcestershire. Worcestershire sauce. Tablespoon of that. Beautiful. We need 1 tablespoon of salt. Quite a bit, so we're going to do 3 good pinches of salt. We need 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. That's about right. We need 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Yeah. We need 1 teaspoon of allspice. We need 1 teaspoon of browning, which if you've never heard of before, is this stuff, which is basically, I think it's like brown sugar that's been reduced down and then mixed with water, which adds like a really sort of rich, deep molassesy flavour to stuff, and also darkens things as well. So about a teaspoon of that. I only found out what this was today, so don't feel bad if you've never heard of it. Okay, and then once we've done that, we need to give this a good mix together. As you can see, it's very hard to mix this together when you're doing it one-handed. While we're doing this, we should also have our pan here on saute and on probably medium high. Okay, so we've got our saute pan on medium high heating up while we're mixing our marinade stroke glaze, I guess. Okay, we're just going to throw a little bit of vegetable oil in our crock pot, or our Ninja Foodi Max. And then what we are going to do is take our bigger pieces of our oxtail, dip them in both sides, make sure we get a nice good coating of the glaze, marinade stuff on them, and then we're going to put them in our saute pan and we're going to brown on both the top and the bottom. Okay, we're just going to do this on the big pieces. So big dip like so, turn over, another dip, and then give them a little move around, and then they go in. And we want all these to go in at pretty much the same time. You want to give them a little bit of room as well so they're not touching each other. As you can see, they are bubbling away beautifully. Once they're nice and browned on one side, we can flip them over and have a look at the other side. Okay, while they're browning, we need to chop up 1 onion. And we're also going to dice up 3 decent sized carrots. Not dice, chop up 3 decent sized carrots. I know people peel their carrots. You also want 1 or 2 Scotch bonnets. And you can de-seed them or not de-seed them depending on how hot you want it to be. So, if you take all the pith and the seeds out, it will calm them down quite a bit. I'm just going to do 1 Scotch bonnet because this is going to be feeding somebody else and I don't want to upset anybody by making it too spicy. We also need a clove of chopped garlic. Oops, come here. So we're just going to smoosh him and chop him nice and quick. Because this is starting to smell like it's ready. We're now going to fish our oxtails out of here. And that's nice and browned on one side. Brown and sticky. Lovely. We're going to turn this up to high. And we're going to deglaze this pan with some beef stock. About 2 tablespoons. Just to thin our sauce out a little bit, yeah? Good. So, this should sizzle a bit and make a bit of noise. And then what we're going to do is take our wooden spoon and we're going to get all of the bits off the bottom of the pan, or the fond off the bottom of the pan. As you can see, there's all this delicious black stuff stuck on the bottom of the pan. So what we're going to do is scrape all of that off and get it mixed in with our beef broth. I swear to God, I will get a camera set up so it's up here looking down at some point soon. It's just, I need to get a good quality one and they're fucking expensive. If you want to help me be able to buy a nice camera so we can get better shots of the food, go to patreon.com and sign up to my Patreon for as little as £3 a month. Patreon.com/AFGC. Okay, now we've got this so it's nice and hot. We're going to add all of our veg, our onions, our chilies, our garlic, and we're going to throw that in here. And we're going to mix this all around, break up all our onions, and then we're going to give it a little sprinkle of dried thyme and a big old squirt of tomato ketchup. And then we're just going to mix all of this round, just sweat off our onions slightly, and then we're going to take our 4 big pieces of oxtail and nestle them nicely in with our veg. We're going to get our other little pieces and we're just going to fit those in between as best we can. We're going to turn our Ninja Foodi off, get our pressure cooker lid, 45 minutes, and that's it. That's going to pressure cook for 45 minutes. Everything's then going to get nice and broken down and beautiful and tender, and it's going to be amazing. And then we're just going to go in, finish it off, plate it up, and eat the fuck out of it. Sorry, one thing I forgot is you need to add about another cup of beef broth to it. So pretty much this whole pack. Just so there's enough liquid in there. I'm a dumbass. Just move that around a little bit. And there we go. So yeah, it's got the extra beef broth in. It's now all sealed, ready to go. We'll see you when we get back. Bye. Okay, we're back. It's been 45 minutes plus a bit of time to let this finish venting. We're just getting the last bit of steam off now, but we've got most of it. So we're about ready to open this bad boy up and see what we've got. First thing we're going to do while we mess around though is we've got a tin of butter beans, which we are going to drain. Okay, so now it's drained. What we need to do, you need to take the lid off for a start. Oh, smells so good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take out our meat and we're going to take out most of our vegetables. Don't worry, all of this is going back in a minute. Okay, that's most of it. So I'm just going to put that to one side. We're going to put this back on sear saute and get this all bubbling. Before that happens, we need to make ourselves a little slurry of cornstarch and water, and we're going to use this to thicken our sauce slightly. So you want about a tablespoon of cornstarch that's definitely not cocaine, even though it looks like it. We're going to mix this to make a slurry, which is what this guy is here. Okay, now that's all fully dissolved. We then, and this has started bubbling, we mix that in to here. Is this guy. And we throw in a full tin of butter beans. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but this is another episode where I'm actually doing this for the first time on camera. So I may seem a little more stressed and like I don't know what I'm doing. And that's because I kind of don't. So because this is a food, we obviously have to decorate it with green onion, scallions. Okay, that's thickening up beautiful now, so we're going to turn that off. We're going to return all of this back to the pot. Time to plate up. So let's find one of our big boys. Let's find two of our big boys. And then we need some veg. Perfect. I'm going to give a little sprinkle of green onion. And decorate. Alright, let's dig in and try this out. So we have this beautiful, tender, coming straight off the bone, beautiful oxtail meat. Oh, it's just falling apart. It's just so tender and sweet. It's that perfect kind of spicy, that little bit of spice. Like the sticky chewiness of the beans, sweetness of the carrots, it all just comes together so fucking good. Ah. Yes, nailed it. That's it, Jamaican oxtail, beautiful. With a can of ginger beer which has disappeared somewhere. me stressing out trying to figure out if I know how to actually make this, and it turns out, yeah, I kind of do. Please check out my Twitter at HackOddity. Please check out my Patreon, patreon.com/AFGC. I am on Twitch, twitch.tv/HackOddity. I stream games and talk shit and answer questions about food and all the other kind of weird shit. You can join my Discord too, there'll be a link there for it. All of the things. So yeah, welcome, thank you, sorry, who, why, maybe, kind of. Thank you very much for watching. Another Fat Guy's Just Cooked. I'll see you guys later.